Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Clarity Uncensored. I hope all is well with you guys on this beautiful day. All is well with me. I can't complain. We're going to go ahead and jump in. If anything about the video resonates with you in any shape, form, or fashion, do like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Ooh. All right. Now, listen, I'm not getting ready to keep fumbling and fidgeting with this card, okay? Oh, I spilled some water, y'all. Bottle water, bottle water tipped over, and a couple of cards. And when I picked that box up, I noticed that at the bottom of the box is still a little damp. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. No. Maybe somebody washed something and it was still damp when they got ready to put it on. I don't know. I'm just fishing. You know, everything is a sign to me. And something's telling me not to start with this deck. I don't know why. But we ain't gonna second guess it, okay? It said not yet. Not yet. Someone wants to talk. Someone is interested in what you have to say, collective. Aw, how sweet. Isn't that sweet? They want to know what you got to say. If you haven't heard, I don't know. Maybe you haven't heard from them and they want to know. They want to hear your voice. Anyway, let's get into it. Universe, Spirit, give light, clarity, wisdom, and the truth in my collective seek from this reading. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to split it. What's going on? What's going on this Monday? At the bottom of the deck we have if they wanted to, period. Love doesn't need decoding. If they're ghosting, breadcrumbing, or too busy, they're not your person. They're just a waste of perfectly good mascara. Aww. Someone's feeling as though someone isn't their person. And you remember I said something about talking? Maybe, and I said someone wants to hear your voice. Maybe you haven't heard from this person in a little bit of time. And, you know, and the excuses they could be giving is that they're too busy. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. What else is going on, collective? Okay, so far. Well, I always say, if somebody wants to be bothered, when someone wants to be bothered, when someone wants to see you, they make time. You make time for what you want. He ain't your twin flame. He's your cautionary tale, baby. Stop looking for cosmic signs when the universe already posted red flags in neon. This isn't destiny, babe. It's a lesson in boundaries dressed up in cologne. Okay, so this might not be your person. You know, you might be trying to have something go through, come down, go, you know, with somebody, and it's just not, that's not your person. And these two cards want to flip around in my hand. But we're going to go ahead, come on, tell us what's going on. What else do we need to know? What else is there to know? And you see it flipped over in my hand. It flipped over in my hand. It says, they're breadcrumbing you, and you're out here baking a damn cake. Oh, what you doing every 5 days is not consistency. It's manipulation with the side of gaslighting. You deserve the whole damn bakery. not crumbs on the floor. Okay, collective, just plain and simple. Somebody is, baby, they breadcrumbing you. Okay, you're not getting what you deserve, or you're not getting what you need, what you want from this individual. This person is always talking about how busy they are. And baby, ain't nobody that goddamn busy. If the universe, when somebody want to be bothered, when someone wants to see you, link up, be in your presence, they make time. I'm just saying, these, this is crazy. This is what the cards got to say. And we did start off with talking. And it looks like a man and a woman here, but it looks like she's on her phone. Okay, but you could be awaiting messages, a text, a call, an email. You perhaps would like to talk more to someone you're dealing with. Let's see what else. Yeah, see, you old school, or I would say you're old school. You like to be courted or whatever like that. Maybe this person isn't doing that. Okay. Hey, man. You have to, when you know what you're dealing with, you move accordingly, okay? And when you move accordingly, the way you move might not be conducive with how they want things, but you stick, if they got obligations and things and that and everything, then so you need to make yourself busy. That's all I'm saying. Key on a ring. Yeah, whoever this individual, you need to find you some options, ma'am. If this person can't give you the time, or sir, if whoever you listening to this reading for, if that individual can't reciprocate the time and the energy you need, then you go on and you socialize, mix and mingle. Okay? Move around. If they too busy, then you I'm sure there's someone out there that isn't too busy. Never too busy for you. Yeah. If this person is too busy, then baby, it's okay. You don't worry about it. Don't press that person. Don't stress that person out. Don't mention that you want more time with that individual. Nothing that. No. You let that individual come to you in a true, authentic, this is when I got time energy. Don't force it. Don't try to control it. Don't try to manipulate it. None of that. You sit back and you allow whoever this individual is that you listening to this reading for, ma'am or sir, you allow it to be organic. Look, the chaser. You allow it to be organic. Don't go chasing behind them. You let that individual come to you when they got you, when they got time. They miss you. There's no doubt in my mind for some of y'all that this individual doesn't miss you. But you don't go chasing and running behind that motherfucker. You might feel like it's not enough. For some of y'all, you might feel like whatever time you give with this individual isn't enough. Look, you got the clock. Time is not enough. You feel as though this individual don't spend enough time. Okay? And that's okay. Find somebody that can. That's what you do. You don't have to sit up here and make yourself miserable for the individual go without because an individual don't have time for you. You go on and you make your own lane. If they talking about they too busy because they got this, that, and other do and everything, and you feel as though it's not enough for you, then you go on and you do whatever it is on your own. He ain't your twin flame, honey. He's your cautionary tale. That's right up above chaser. Stop looking for cosmic signs. This isn't going to happen the way you think it is. This isn't a destiny, babe. It's a lesson in boundaries dressed up in cologne. Whoever this individual is. For some odd reason, this masculine, whoever this is, they might want you to chase them. You know what I mean? They might want you to chase them. Crazy, huh? Crazy work. Okay, what else do we have? And this is for breadcrumbing. This has something to do with breadcrumbing. Yeah, they're breadcrumbing you, and you trying to bake a whole damn cake out of the crumbs that they throw in your way. You trying to bake a cake. How crazy is that? What we got for breadcrumbing? What do we have for breadcrumbing? Tell us more about this breadcrumbing. We know this individual might want to be chased. You feel like you're not enough. It's not enough. You don't get enough time with this individual, whatever like that. This person wants to plan a date. Look, they might go because they know that they gonna plan a date because they don't want whatever this situationship y'all got going on. They don't want this shit to end. You see that coffin? Mm-mm. They don't. Look, on the coffin it says, new beginnings, liberation, reborn and transition, and tragic endings. Somebody know that they breadcrumbing and they know that you're going to get sick and tired of those breadcrumbs after a while. That's why this date, or you might be, like I said, what did I say earlier? If this person can't give you what it is that you need, put an end to it and start dating. Date around. Like, I'm not saying just get out there and just be all over the place, but make yourself more available to someone that's available for you. That's all I'm saying. That makes sense to me. Ain't no need in arguing, just fighting, going back and forth, fussing and this and the third. If you tell someone what it is that you like, you tell them what it is that you need, what you require, da 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 da. You don't go back and forth with that individual. You fall back because you've already said enough. You've already said enough. And once you've said all that needs to be said, you fall back and you wait and you see what's what. And then if that individual continues to be in that same energy, then that lets you know what you need to do. Period. You don't have to argue and go back and forth with an individual. No, you do not, honey. Don't argue. Don't go back and forth with nobody. You hear me? You stay in your peaceful, beautiful, blissful energy. Okay? You stay above all the chaos, all right? Do not fall into the web of deception. Don't fall for, don't, just do you. Just do you. If you feel like this individual is breadcrumbing you and I'm not giving you enough time, attention, whatever it is that you need from this situationship, then you need to eliminate yourself. Don't go back and forth, like I said. There's no need to argue. There's no need to insult. There's no need to do any of that. Just let them be who they gonna be, and you go on and you do what you gotta do. Serious business. Go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and split this deck. Cut it. At the bottom we have ulterior motives. This person could have had ulterior motives when they linked up with you in the first place. They weren't genuine. Let's see what it says for ulterior motives. Someone's words and actions aren't lining up. And that's not an accident, guys. There's an agenda here. And love might not be it. Clearly. That goes without saying. There's something going on. Ulterior motives. Let's see what else. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. I got it. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, emotional safety. Okay, it already said it's got some ulterior motives. And love is okay, let me elaborate on that. This person is coming to you under the disguise of love, right? That they want something with you, passionate, this and the third or whatever. Not necessarily, let's fall in love, but, kind of mushy, but that's not what they really want. That's not what they really want. They want that emotional safety. They feel safe under your umbrella. What does that Rihanna say? Under your umbrella. This person want to be under your umbrella because they know it's safe there. It says you don't have to walk on eggshells, hide your feelings, or second guess yourself. This connection holds you with care. See, they want to give you the impression that it's more, like they have a smidget of feelings for you, or a smidget of like. Let's say that. They want to give you the impression that they have a smidget of like for you, and that's just to keep you hanging on. That's just to keep you there, and keep that access. But all the while, this person is full of secrets and lies. It says, not everything here is what it seems. Lies, omissions, or double lives could be distorting this connection. You see what I'm saying? Double lives. This individual, if they telling you they too busy, it's because they got a lot going on someplace else. They can't give you whatever time and attention you want or you deserve because they're busy giving to something else. They live in a double life. And if they told you they were single, they lied. If they told you I'm single, I don't, then why you never available? If you're so single, why are you never available? That's the question you want to know. I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for you. If this individual is so single, why are you never available? That's what somebody said they want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Because there's obligations and things like that, but whoever this person is, they stay busy. They For some of you, I don't really think that this person being busy is a lie. I really do believe this person is busy. But why would they want to, have something to do with you if they know they can't give you the time nor attention that you deserve? That's not making any sense. That isn't making any sense to me. I could be wrong. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't. I'm not going to take on any extra no more than I can manage. And if I find that I can't manage it, I'm just not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But whoever this individual is, they got some secrets and lies. And guess what? They ass getting ready to get blocked. It says, it stings to be blocked, but try not to take it personally. Value those who value you and don't chase the ghosts. Well, either this person's going to block you or you going to block them. Because something is coming to an end. And I don't know whether you're going to end up blocking this individual collective or they blocking you. Ooh, it gets nasty. Why does it have to always get nasty? Let's see what we got. I'm going to take this here. The sun. If you decide to move on away past this situation, you got something coming down the pipe that'll make you very, very happy. Okay? You don't have to act as if this is the end all be all, because it's not. You got options. I'm telling you, you have options, love. You're not stuck. Okay? Something tells me the minute that you go ahead and really not have time for this individual and really go on about your business, that's when this person's going to come out of a totally different. You're gonna see a totally different side of this individual that you haven't seen before. Okay. Let's see what we got. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Taking the information that you know, once you know about this. Oh. It's like taking information that you know about somebody. You've gathered, you figured it out, you realize that this isn't going any place, okay? It's been nothing but one big headache. You're not trying to be bothered with it for real. You'd rather just go on and get rid of it, get it on out your way. Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, or Ten of Wands. That Ten of Wands is the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth. That's what you're saying. This situation is more trouble than it's worth. Okay, you're more frustrated with this situation than you are happy. All right. We see this King of Swords. Um, but it came out. It's in the reverse. You have someone trying to manipulate your time, manipulate your energy, manipulate access to you, and guess what? All these cards are going to flip. You're not having it. You're in that Queen of Pentacles energy. You could give less than a damn. You're gonna trust your intuition. You're gonna listen to whatever it is that you pay attention to what you've been shown. You're gonna pay attention to what's been happening around you, and you can go from there. You ain't got time. You real calm, you real cool, you collected, you grounded. You know what I'm saying? Look, I tell you, you're gonna go about your business. You were getting ready to leave a toxic ass situation behind. You said, if you don't have time for me, cool. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not gonna keep playing these games with you. That's what you said. You too loving and successful, and you something tells me, collective, you could be working on some other projects that's gonna bring you some money. Look, and working, planning on some vacations and things like that, planning some trips. You about to get up through. You about to ghost the whole situation, baby. You about to say, okay, you might just need a break. After a breakup, a vacation is always good. Look, oh wait. These cups coming out back to back. We got the 8 and the 9. That's your energy. Leaving that bullshit behind, and you're not emotionally attached to it, whatever it is either. You leaving a situation behind for what I say. You see the sun. You see the sun. Once you walk away and go on about your business and head in the direction, once you leave this burdensome, troublesome, depressing ass situation, that you feel you're not getting enough of something. Once you leave that bullshit behind, you're gonna see things are gonna open up. Things are gonna be so much better. You're gonna be happy. It's gonna make you happy. Serious business. You're gonna be very happy. The happiest you've been in quite some time. Listen, because you decided to get rid of your burdens. You decided to get rid of a situation that was weighing you down. And guess what? Doing so, you're gonna meet your emperor. If you're a female, you're gonna meet a emperor, and if you're a male, you're gonna meet somebody in emperor energy. And let me tell you something about the emperor. The emperor is a solid individual. Okay, very stable, powerful, protective. That's what you're getting ready to meet. Either whether it's a female in emperor energy or an actual emperor, somebody in that emperor energy, a masculine. Yep, you getting ready to leave a toxic ass situation alone. Then I say you getting ready to start traveling, and this, that, and the third. It all sinks in. This 10 of Cups, you are too content to let this individual trigger you emotionally. You have no emotional attachment to this individual. Let me tell you something. You do not. There's no emotional attachment here. You see this person as a burden, as a problem, as a what you do with problems, you eliminate those. You don't hang around and let problems stew. You eliminate problems, honey. You don't hang around for that kind of bullshit. No, ma'am. Look, you don't hang around for that bullshit. Do you hear me? You get rid of it. You put an end to it. You look, and it's going right over here with this coffin. Yes, it is. And the minute you decide to leave that bullshit alone, your emperor's gonna come and you're gonna live your happily ever after. You won't have to worry about somebody trying to juggle you. Okay, what I'm saying? And this person's gonna come in real swift. All right, you just managed to keep your boundaries set with this person that you dealing with, and watch how successful your love life turn out to be. But you gotta let something go in order to receive your blessing. You're gonna have somebody else coming in that's just this. Ooh-wee. Now they emotional, whoever that individual is. The Knight of Cups, yeah, they carrying, they're gonna have, let me see. Yeah, whoever that person is, they come in, they're gonna really be focused, you know what I'm saying? Focused on you. Focused on giving you what it is you want. Look, there it is again. Knight of Cups and the four of Swords. All you gotta do is sit back and be patient and let the universe do what it's got to do. Yeah. Let the universe finish. Look, you've manifested it. You've called it in. And guess what? It's coming. Look, the sun again. And look, the Four of Swords again. You just chill. You ain't got to rush nothing. This person don't have time for you. That's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't have to argue. You don't have to fuss and fight. You don't have to keep probing and probing. You definitely isn't getting ready to chase behind anybody. So you just continue to let this situation flow as it is. They think they breadcrumbing you. Okay. You breadcrumbing me, but I'm taking all those crumbs and I'm over here baking the cake. That's a goddamn shame. You taking every last crumb and putting it in that bowl, baby. Sooner or later, you're going to have enough ingredients to bake you a whole cake. Serious business. And that's the energy I want you to stay in, collective. Don't go getting all depressed and angry and feeling all down in the dumps because somebody is too busy for you. You're never too busy for whatever it is you want to, or whoever it is you want. You're never too busy to do whatever it is you want to do. When you want to do something, you find the time. You find it. So if you feeling like this, collective, listen to your reading, honey. It's coming together. You ain't got to worry about it. And if this is a masculine, you just need to chill too, baby, because whatever burdens you have that's preventing you from being able to do whatever it is you want to do or be wherever it is you got to be, that's coming to an end too. Yeah, that's how you put that. That's what this is for you, sir. If this is a masculine and he's feeling as though he have very little time for himself, very little time for whatever it is he want to do, very little time for whatever, just be patient. The time is coming. Your juggling days will be over here soon. I don't know what's going to make that happen, but your burdens, whatever's burdening you, whatever's weighing you down, whatever's causing you any type of stress or anxiety or anything like that, is coming to an end. It's coming to an end, sir. Whoever you are, the juggling is going to be over. You're going to have time to focus on whatever it is you need to focus on, whatever it is you want to focus on. You'll have time for that. That's some masculine's reading. He may be traveling soon, going someplace different than he's been in a while. But I see a lot of motion out here, a lot of motion. I don't see things standing still. I don't see things staying as they are. I see some changes and some rearrangements going on in the future. A lot of excuse me, a lot of movement. And these changes aren't going to be like emotional. You're not going to have any emotion will not be a part of your decision making. I promise you that. It's going to be based off facts. It's going to be based off of circumstances and what's going on. That's how you're going to make your decision. You're not going to make this decision to lighten your load, or ease the burdens, or whatever it is you're going through. It isn't going to come from an emotional standpoint. That's it. It's not going to be an emotional decision. Whatever decision you made about a situation that you feel as though you don't have enough time for yourself, you don't have enough time for whatever the heck else outside of whatever this is, you're gonna do something about it. Yeah, because you're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling overwhelmed. The Ten of Wands came out twice, but you also have the Four of Swords. And that's giving me somebody sitting back, contemplating, laying back, looking at the ceiling, trying to think of the best game plan that's going to be you know, that's what this person's doing. They're trying to manifest something that's gonna make them happy. How can they be happy? How can everybody be happy in this situation? See, the Emperor is out here, and I said that this person that's listening to this reading is going to meet somebody in Emperor energy, either that like if whether it's a man or a woman, that person is going to be in Emperor energy. Well, it could also be you in that Emperor energy, finally stepping up and saying, okay, enough is enough, right? You taking back your power. Yeah. Protecting your energy, protecting yourself, doing what's best for you. That's why this isn't an emotional departure. It isn't, you're not basing it off of emotion. You're basing it off of facts. This is how this makes me, this is the energy I'm in when I'm, filling the gaps. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. But somebody, they have had enough of a situation, and they're about to put an end to it. That's what I can tell you. Regardless to whether, and it's getting ready to happen real soon, sooner than a lot of people anticipated. These horses out here, they are in full gallop. They ain't walking. Which one stands still? Is it I think it's the Knight of Pentacles that usually when they're on a horse is standing still. I believe it's the Knight of Pentacles because they're grounded. But we got Cup energy out here. I'm surprised Sword energy didn't pop out. But don't worry about it, because like I said, either the horse is in full gallop or the horse is in like a trot, basically saying whatever plans that you were putting into place, it might start off slow, but shit gonna take off fast. And I believe we had a card out here that said something to that effect. I can't think which one it was. Trying to think. I can't think right now. But anyway, yeah. That's what's happening. But anyway, guys, if anything about the video resonated with you in any shape, form, or fashion, do like, share, and subscribe. Also, if that hype button is illuminated, go ahead and hit the hype button. Hype me up, okay? And peace, love, and light.